Hola, ¿qué tal? So we have a listening activity here. Let's listen to the instructions. Listening and reading activity, I should say.
Escucha y lee los textos.
So it's talking about listening and reading the texts.
Escribe la letra correcta para cada persona.
It says, write the correct letter for each person.
Sobra una foto.
And there's one photo extra, as in one photo that doesn't get used. So let's treat it as a reading activity first. So just have a quick read through the three texts and decide which type of accommodation, either A, B, C or D, you think matches each one. And pause the recording while you do that. Okay, so now that you have allocated those, we will do some listening and pronunciation work with the recording. So I'll pause the recording at certain points so that you can practice repeating what you hear while you're reading it to work on your pronunciation. I'll also say the English meaning.
Azul. Me alojé en un camping.
I stayed on a campsite.
Era muy tranquilo y había mucho espacio.
It was very quiet and there was lots of space.
No era muy lujoso.
It wasn't very luxurious, pero
era animado y tenía una piscina climatizada.
but it was lively and it had a heated swimming pool. Okay, that was Asun. So hopefully you've been able to identify from that Asun matched up to letter B.
Fernando.
Me quedé en una pensión pequeña y antigua.
I stayed in a small and old I stayed in a small and old B&B or guest house.
Estaba en el centro de la ciudad.
It was in the city centre.
Y por eso era un poco ruidosa.
And therefore it was a bit noisy.
Además, no tenía ni restaurante ni bar.
Also, it had neither a restaurant nor a bar. So hopefully from that you've been able to pick out that Fernando matches picture C, the guest house or B&B, pension, and over to Hassan. See if you can repeat what you hear.
Hassan. No me quedé en un hotel porque era demasiado caro.
I didn't stay in a hotel because it was too expensive.
Me alojé en un albergue juvenil.
I stayed in a youth hostel.
Estaba cerca de la playa.
It was near the beach.
Y tenía una cafetería.
And it had a cafe.
Era bastante moderno y muy barato.
It was quite modern and very cheap. So hopefully you've been able to match up that Hassan links in with D, the youth hostel, Albergue Juvenil. And it had a little distractor in there because it mentioned hotel, which might have had some of you thinking about A, but because there was a negative there, no me quedé en un hotel, I didn't stay in a hotel, that's how we'd rule that one out. So now that we've gone through those, you've worked on your pronunciation, remember to rewind it so you can practice translating into English as well.